Two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Man, I got you.
On first down, Peyton. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down now, Peyton, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Peyton trucks over him. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 43. And again this time to the tailback. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check.
They'll run it. Here's Okoye. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Now there's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 24, Jackson going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, 40's Mike, right there.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Returnable now for Woodson. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
At the 32-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down, Dickerson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Push him back. Push him back. Check.
On third down, Vic out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
At the 15-yard line.
50.
Throwing on second down. Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Mike's 50. Watch the curve. Switch. Check. Check out route. Hustle.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded at about now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 64 yards as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
This will be taken short. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. On the ball. 53.
Throwing again. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Allen. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On third down, it's Allen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Elam able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, got.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A great effort there.
It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Story's treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Story's treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving it soldier chills. Much of it cold as chill. Story's treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Oh, damn!
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On first and 10, Cunningham escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Hey, come on. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's
An all-pro in 8 of his 9 NFL seasons. It's Jim Brown with it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brings up second and 9 at the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Alert 3.
Off play action. It's Cunningham. Flushed out right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro, Navarro Bowman. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll run now with Okoye. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
53. Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Right back to him on 1st down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Drop deep.
On play action, Vick. And that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. First carry for the Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
3 ball.
On 1st down, Dickerson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Big stop, T. Big stop. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Allen. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. No score after one on EA Sports. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult pull to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Draw play for Brown. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got him.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
This will be taken short, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. They'll run on first down. Brown. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Running right, here's Brown. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Dickerson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 2nd down, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's a play fake. Now Vick. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to return it to the 21.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check 4, check 4. Switch, switch.
2nd and 10. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check. 6, get clean. Check over.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He's letting it. It is taken in by Cooks for a Patriot touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. AT Gator. Block 54, block 54. I'm scared.
They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down now, it's Allen.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
That throw by Vick, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the...
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get it. Switch, switch, switch. Whip, 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 whip.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Randy Moss, 76 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, Vick. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
On first down, Dickerson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Set the tone, defense.
To throw again, Vick. And he fires one incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. It'll be Vick once more. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jamie Collins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Ray Guy now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Ray Guy now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And the Buccaneers 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dickerson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific, because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 3rd down, Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they argue.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You can't ever sleep on Navarro Bowman. He glides in for the sack. Back to throw here. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Take it. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
Shift.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vick, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Get in the weight room. Jump. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Vick goes play action, and he's going to go down again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Check that. 52 right here. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you.
They will indeed go for it. Vick got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1.
That's it, baby. We got work.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. him back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Sacked by the relentless Howie Long. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he gets it down to the 32. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 13.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. They'll set up a throw. This is White on the screen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll push the lead up to 8. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like
Yep. They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. Throwing on second and 8. Vick looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Michael Vick. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means we're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 7 yards there and a first down. Vick now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. They'll run with Allen. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. To throw on second and 6. Vick underneath to Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 30. Vick now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Throwing, Vick. He'll set up the screen to Marcus Allen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Back now in Foxborough. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
That's good.
Vick now into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I'm 6
Brandon,
and 3.
offensively, this has been a tough
DC
day for
glitch
him.
and
Trying to
fucking
find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Last night, bro, I literally fucking stopped playing this shit. I was so mad. A.7.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Good, man. I'm sure I'm going to end up fucking playing.
This will be caught by Randy Moss. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold him, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Vic now after the fumble recovery. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This will be taken very short. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 1, 2, 3. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Tighten up.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
He would get the wide open fucking guy.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Yo, how did Cam not fumble on that?
It's a play fake. Now Vic. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Come on, man. I run the same fucking plays you're running, dude.
Check 52, come on. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check your hot read. Watch the twist.
On second down now, Dickerson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Vic. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
All right, 35 seconds left and on the 17.
Good luck.
On first down, Dickerson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
54, check,
Here's Vic.
Good pick six.
Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
So you got to score a touchdown, don't you?
Yeah, 13 seconds. But
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
I'm on the 10-yard line.
Is he blitzing heavy or what?
Vic.
He's not now.
Oh my God! Zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh man, I will fucking file you, Vic.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Vic. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One last shot from Michael Vick.
I fucking get a pick six on
And
this.
this is going to be
Touchdown with no time on the clock.
and they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome.
Yeah, thank you.
That made your balls a little sweaty.
I fucking got him with the slants.
Hey, the main thing is that's all that fucking matters. You got him.
Yeah. Let's go. That was a fucking struggle buster, boy. 7-2.
So you won?
Hell yeah. Fucking scored the last touchdown with no time on the clock.
Nice.
No glitchy ass return for you, buddy.
I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one.
You fucking lucky little cocksucker.
Yeah, that dude is so fucking pissed.
I'm pissed right now. This dude shouldn't even fucking be in this situation he's in. Who you gonna motion, motherfucker?
I'm gonna play another one.
Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Go to ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
1-1 lost, 1-1.
You guess what? I run the same fucking offense you're running, jackass. Just there's a big difference. You can't run it every single play. Tell him, RD.
That's right.
He's running that gamer's shit's offensive scheme.
No, fucking, I used the fucking bear to fucking lock him down. For fucking good do shit. And then I ended up getting the safety on him in the beginning. Yeah, safety was the difference.
That's all that matters, dude. I just picked off this dude. What do you think I'm gonna do? And I'm in scoring range. I'm gonna fucking run the ball, dude.
I tried that and the motherfucker made me fumble first time I ran over fucking Dickerson.
Well, Dickerson's a bitch.
I know, right? Oh, shit. Alright, I'm going back in.
Whoa. Come on, let me fucking hike it, dude. Makes no sense. I'm trying to hike the ball for fucking 5 seconds. Yeah.
Fucking Vic can throw better on the run than he can fucking just standing there.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one taken from the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's see.
They'll run on first down. Peyton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
I should have had a tutty, man. And then what's my receiver do? He stops in front of me and makes me run.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Vic, blitz coming and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick.
So I put
forced out to his
I'm only
left.
rocking.
Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that'll be incomplete.
And I put my
well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Yeah, we're going to try to play mistake-free this time. We're going to try to play a mistake-free game. Doing this. Fucking, what the hell are you doing here, son?
On 1st down, Dickerson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
If you're going to run that gamer's...
Now a give, right side, Dickerson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
RD, I sent you a picture. I just so I can
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Ray Guy now. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a hit. Walter Payton, the intended receiver.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Yeah. You ever try to single back?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Dickerson. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Oh, that is kind of good. Okay.
Now a carry for Allen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Number 4 drops so too, huh?
Is it blitzing?
Yep.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
As adverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
Elam's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field.
You ain't
sudden change,
you're just doing
right?
the away ones,
Interception,
right?
you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The different jerseys at home with the different fucking stadium. That's a yes.
Yeah. For now, Aaron.
God, that shit's so weird. I ain't gonna lie. They're cool if you got the ones RD, like the color rushes.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
John running between 2 dudes.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, where are you going? Come on. Oh,
throwing again. Vic.
You got the long
He's going to let this one go deep.
Son.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This dude just ran pinch dog on the RD. And
now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Vic steps away to his left. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
This defense, you're done.
A first down throw coming for Vic. Flushed out right. And that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Bullshit. Nobody can fucking get over there, son.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Vic. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. In for the score. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up.
Are you talking about the one where the tight end and 2 receivers?
Usually moving it to more tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Oh, user skills, son, especially with Bojack.
They'll try the left side. Dickerson. They'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. Past the 20.
And
he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the
4
39.
for 8, 4 picks, and he finally
We
gets
saw
a
him there
play
trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that.
Yeah, like
if you
that
keep
was his
moving
biggest play
laterally,
just now.
creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vic incomplete. It was knocked away. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, you are so lucky.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. Now open, it's Moss, complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact. Yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
Dancing to his left.
You have to learn how to outside quarter.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So, all right. Almost every formation, you double hit triangle. Your outside cornerbacks are going to be either circle or square. Almost 80% to 90%.
Second quarter action, 156 remaining.
It's on the right trigger, okay? So you double tap it, you pick the icon, and then you use
Coming
the
up
left
at
trigger
halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll see you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
You double click it, pick the icon, and then you use left or right to deep pass, which me and Madden and Daniel always do, so you don't get cover 3 bomb.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I never do.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. Puts up at 10.
Circle or square is usually the outside.
Play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
But like it's just like using the D-pad to make your spy out there, bro. You just got to double tap triangle, pick circle or square, the cornerback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be able to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Just like that. Just like that.
operating from the gun. Vic tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here you go, Shazier.
So here's Vic following the interception. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Howie Long, like an out-of-control broken arrow, getting in for the sack. Throwing on second.
So basically, this dude's running like pinch dog on
trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards. First down. First down, Vic. Now he's forced down left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Vic, that's complete to his running back, Peyton. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
I hate that fucking play. Fucking bitches got it on me when I was playing with Buccaneers.
On third down, Vic out of the gun. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Go for it, bitch. Don't kick a field goal. Don't be a
so
pussy.
they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
I didn't start over the second half.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
This dude's got Buccaneers uniforms with 49er Stadium.
Oh, he dropped it. Oh, you're an idiot. Look at this fucking garbage-ass fucking...
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
He's good, bro. I like him already.
From the 29, Vic got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, it's out of the tight formation. The I formation, the stretch.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now a give, right side.
You'll tell me,
Dickerson
but I
looking
need
for
a
a seam,
visual
but
to
finding none.
see it.
He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's the strong stretch.
He has elite instincts from his
out of
linebacker
the
spot.
double
He's able to
tight end.
diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I like it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Bless me, bitch.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Another good play, RD. Out of single back wing pair, the second single back, the tight end attack.
On third down, Vic.
Oh my God. Fucking Vic, you suck. This is it,
Picked
motherfucker.
up by the Hall of Famer.
I was going to get
Ronald.
straight and take it the fuck
And
in.
now off to the races, down the right side. And it's a
I
pick
swear, yeah, I was
six.
just standing
He
there
brings it
fucking
back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
these wide fuckers running.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Do that shit out of the lane.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
No pressure whistle.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Back to it after the pick 6. Vic binds
And I have
Edwards
that
left.
master
Over the
shit
middle,
on
and
him,
it's
bro.
incomplete.
Lamar.
All right, that one fell incomplete there,
I
but the
would
best
never thought I would
quarterbacks,
use that shit.
they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail
I mean, if you're
7
gonna
out
pick
of
a
10
golden
times and still
ticket RD,
have
I
a
would
great
definitely
year.
pick it.
In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
I mean, they're all
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, but that's not
Big
the golden
pickup
ticket,
there,
right?
18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
This motherfucker can throw on the run.
Vic operating on first down, eluding the crowd.
I'm gonna try this
He's
toss.
taken down.
This
Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
And plays like that really hurt play
Oh, it's got
calling.
the
They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about
Jesus,
half the
last
yardage
year a
back
lot.
on the sack. Excellent pressure up front.
Yeah,
Nowhere to go with the
versus all
football.
kinds of shit in there.
Down he goes.
Yeah, the quick pitch. That's what you're talking
And
about.
the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Oh my God, that's why I don't
On
run
play
it.
action,
Dude comes
Vic.
off the fucking edge so fast.
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
I'll finish one. I was going to quit, but nah, I'll just finish.
The defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
I hate
That'll
fucking
leave them with
people.
2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
You're gonna be a little cocksucker and not fucking pick a play.
Yeah, because Vic can't throw a fucking ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Damn, the fucking AEW's fucking... AEW fucking pay-per-view.
Throwing on 2nd down, Vic. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Calvin Johnson there to make the grab. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
No,
so
the
don't
dude
get too cute, go to the playmakers.
Like
so that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
I'm always willing to try.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Vic goes play action. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Allen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Michael Vick.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now.
Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Vic readies to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
I will, but I did not use it. I swear to God.
Throwing on 3rd and long.
Can't you see what it's
steps
on?
away to his left. Now he'll throw deep
yeah,
left
go on
side.
your Amazon account.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It should show you in your recent purchases, fella.
Pat Tillman, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Yeah, dude, because on my app, RD, you literally can go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
RD.
They had a great drive going last time.
You can look
and all of a
and
sudden it just
fucking
stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here.
and see what the purchase is. Whatever she has it connected to, all you have to go to is recent
But they had the feeling
purchases.
that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one.
Why would you even worry about that if you can go do it yourself?
D4, he's the one that got home and
I'm not
takes him
trying to
down for
start
a
an
loss of
argument
9.
related, so.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Play action now. Vic. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
2 minutes left. You can have it, dude. Hold on a second. That's our return.
You're good, bro. Do whatever you got to do.